Well, as one of the commenters suggested, I should have taken 2/3 of the tree off before I took the major part of it down, because the it would have been less difficult to drop it without hitting things. And I replied, well, I tried to, but it's too high up for me to get to it with a ladder, and I end up like this trying to cut overhead, and it actually kind of came down. I got my finger bumped my finger against here, but I have cut-proof gloves, but still it was a sticky wicket. So I decided, well, the safest route would be to just cut the tree down at a lower level where I could actually get to it with either a few steps on a ladder or from the ground. So that's what I'm attempting to do here. And so now I'm going to start to try to do my main cut, which, as you can see, it should be just a little bit higher than where the V cut is. So again, it's not an ideal situation. But the idea is to keep your fingers away from the spinning blade. So this is where my cut will be. I'll create a hinge right in this area here, and hopefully the tree will kind of tend to want to follow that hinge. So I'm following instructions from the experts. Don't cut on a pushing chain, cut on a pulling chain, even though it's a little difficult sometimes to get. And of course you got the trigger and the finger, and you want to keep these things. So I'm going to try to cut from this other angle. Get rid of some of these, and this little annoying bird. So we'll see if when you start hearing that little crackling sound, that means that she's going. So we're getting there. We're working on it. This is anticipation. Let me see. Yeah, I'm just a little above my relief cut, and so I'll be fighting. should say, hoorah. So we got a little leg on this thing, and that's part of the problem we've been having with some of these cuts, and that is, you can see my perch here where I was at. And so, in a rather wonderful way, I'm very careful. You can see how this big branch here dug into the ground, and it kind of prevented it from completely falling. Now, I don't want it to fall this way towards the telephone pole, which so far I have miraculously avoided, and may continue to do so if I'm lucky and I use the sense that God gave me. So now here's the telephone pole, there's the tree, and it could fall towards the pole or hopefully away from the pole. And like I said, we've got this big leg dug into the ground here. You can see where it hit and made a divot, and of course that leg also. And that will act hopefully as a fulcrum point. So my next step, as in the last tree dropping branch exercise, I will tie the rope off up there on that side of the tree, and then see if I can't persuade it to fall that direction over there on that pile and away from the telephone pole, power line, and everything else. Now, as a final note, Sierra Pacific Power is supposed to trim branches, but what I found from one of the representatives who came out here, and that was that he said, it's on your property, it's your problem, because he said they only cover the pole out there where the service comes in, but anything past that, it's my bad luck. Oh well, look, we got a nice little airplane flying over. Maybe he'll drop some good luck on top of me, huh?